Hey guys, today a video from my very cheap 3D printer, and I took this video because I want to show you an issue with filament I have. Okay, this is a cheap printer. I bought it for 120 euro in December and now it is about 100. And the first filament it comes with was a red one. It was okay, it worked. The printer worked and I was already surprised for so cheap printer that it worked. And I already attached two parts to the printer, something called BLTouch, modified the whole firmware that it works with it, but it comes out well. And I changed the heatbed from a PCB one to an aluminium one. So, and I bought a black filament. I don't show you the brand of it from the black, and it was better. It was really okay. Like 2 of 10 prints works well, and then it has problems. The extruder stuck, and I thought, okay, it's a cheap printer. I have to live with this because I know good 3D printers are more expensive, and this is really the cheapest one I could find, and this was the only one my wife was willing to buy me for Christmas. And so with the black filament it works okay now. But then I wanted to build some more parts, and I was only printing small parts, and I needed a white filament for, I'll show you, for this thing. It will become a case for a Raspberry Pi. There's some other parts already, and I needed the white one. So firstly I printed this with the black, then I ordered the white filament, and I was searching in Amazon, Germany, which white filament I should get. And I found this brand. It's called JANBEX. It's a German company, and the reputation, or it has about 5 stars with 500 people recommend it. And so I thought, okay, for the white one I buy it as the white one. It was about 22 euro, so also quite cheap. And when I put it in the printer, I realize, or I see, first thing, you see it here with the gray one, the filament falls down very well. So I start extrude here, and when I extrude, it comes out very nicely, just fall down. I'm telling you, and I will show you later, need to prepare something. The black filament always stuck at the nozzle. It doesn't fall down, it just stay up there and go to the nozzle. And that is why I was wondering why this happened. And so yesterday I wrote to the company who produced the white and the gray one, JANBEX, and asked them, how do you do this? My printer is doing much better with your filament. I can print at faster speed, I can print at lower temperature, I can print on glass. That is, I never do this before. I just printed on a glass panel on the top of the heatbed, and it just worked, and I was surprised. So I asked the company, how do you do this? And they give me an answer, but they don't tell me their secret. They just say it's years of engineering, and yeah, that is what we do. So, and I asked him, I want to make a video about it. Do you sell to international, not only to Germany? Because I usually do my videos in English, and so not so many German viewers. And to say, okay, we sell to other countries. And I'm new in 3D printing, so I have really no idea. Maybe there are better things out there. But for my cheap CTC i3 something with the serial number 0000, that's also funny, works so well with this filament, I can't believe it. So I thought, okay, quick video for today. Later I have to do a longer video, not with the 3D printer, with something else. And I have to show you the filament, because this JANBEX filament, here is on the spool, it's so good for the cheap printer and has so good results. So this is the gray one, you see it comes down very straight, no problems. I will pause here and prepare to insert the black one, because there's a part I want to print in black and I know what will happen. I need to start it 10 times before the part comes out. So just wait a second. So I prepare already the black filament spool. Yeah, the cheap gimbal doesn't work so well. Just leave a little bit of the gray one there. There's the black. And it's one thing I have to do, because the black filament needs, it is also set, it also say temperature 190 degrees, but at 190 the extruder or the hot end always stuck. And so in my experiments the last months, I only get results at printing at 220 degrees Celsius. The gray one is no problem at 200 and even at 190. So I heat up the extruder or the hot end. I don't know how to call these parts. I'm really not very deep into 3D printing. And just remove this. When I reach 220, I start to extrude. By the way, I'm using Ponterface to control for these things. This is what I found, and yeah, I'm really not very deep into 3D printing. And then I just insert the black filament. The gray comes still out. There's still some gray filament inside. And it will take a while, and it already stuck. Okay, I have to help it a little bit. Still comes down, run down, run down, run down. What else do I do to the printer? Nothing, as I only attached the BLTouch, and I already changed one of the nozzles. Because while doing setup of the BLTouch, the hot end often really touched the bed. So, and here you see what happened when I used the black filament. I try to focus on there. Now it's only black filament inside. The gray is almost gone, and the black filament don't come down. It just, even when I help it, you see, I just try to manual doing it down, it always come up. It looks like static. I'm not sure. I don't get this problem with the white and the gray from JANBEX. I only have this problem with the black and the clear one I got. The clear one also do the same. So after I put in the black, it always goes up to the nozzle. I have no idea why this happened. Maybe someone of the viewers are much better in 3D printing than me. I'm sure everyone doing 3D printing is better than me. Maybe I should not do this. So I try to help it, and sorry for the camera, it's not the best. It always goes up there. It doesn't fall down, and I have no idea why this happened and why it doesn't happen with the gray and the white from JANBEX. JANBEX. Yeah, I will put a link down to the shop or to their website and to the Amazon things, and I really recommend the white and the gray. And I will order more colors. They have a nice orange. I think I want to have the orange or the black one, so I have also good black filament. And there's the garbage. Yes. Oh, you see, I also mounted the CTC 3i3 something Prusa clone on a cardboard. So yeah, not sure if I show you the printing, but I should set up a print and also see if it happened. What often happen? Often something happen. It start to print nicely, and then while printing the extruder, I hear the motor clack clack clack, and it stops. And then after it just come back, and often the prints after an hour there was the layers missing, and so the print was garbage, and this happens in 90% of the time, and with the JANBEX I don't have it ever, so I have no idea why it is like this. Okay, I know that I have a very cheap printer, and maybe with a makeup board I won't have these problems. With this cheap thing I have the problems, but it's okay. It's cheap. So wait for a moment, I prepare a print and then I show you how it comes out. Okay, time to print out this thing. It's a display frame for a Raspberry Pi project. I designed it with Cinema 4D and animation software, but it works well with STA, with the export for the Cura software. So yeah, it works fine, the software. And this is the settings I'm using for the black filament. 220 degrees Celsius. At 200 or 190 it doesn't work. With the gray and the white filament from JANBEX I can work without problems at 190. So this is the first thing I figured out. At the black filament I need much higher temperatures. Another thing I have to change for the black filament is the print speed. I have to set it to 40. Every higher speed, even 50 or 45, doesn't work. I figured out most of the problems was the retract, the part when it retract the filament. After this the filament stuck and doesn't come out anymore, and I hear the motor making the clicking noise. So I set it to 40, and 40 the print comes out in 80%, 90%, and not really 10% of the prints it works. So with the black filament it's not fun to print, but it was okay for the cheap printer. Still doesn't show you the print of the black one. Yeah, good one, white and gray now is JANBEX. Maybe you can see, but here it says that you can print with 190 to 230. Yes, 190, I don't know, maybe in a better printer, not in my cheap one. So time to wait. The extruder, or the hot end, is heating up 140 degrees now. Just need to wait after the temperature. After it arrived at the temperature, it reached the temperature, it will start to probe the print bed, the heated bed, with the BLTouch sensor, and then it will start to print, hopefully. Oh, something I have to show you for the cheap printer. Yes. Maybe you can see. No, you can't see. Oh, there you can see. That are live wires here. So it's a little bit weird. I should protect it, but I know what I do most of the time, so it should be not a big deal. So still have to wait. We now come to 200 degrees. Just wait a little bit more and it start to print. Maybe not. Oh, here, nothing else from my cheap S3D printer. I didn't put a lot of proud in the cabling or in the wiring. So only some cable straps there. There is the board. Here, by the way, I needed to update the firmware for the BLTouch sensor because no support in the original firmware, and it was not easy because in this cheap printer the firmware was not able to be updated. So luckily in the internet you find a lot of instructions to open the firmware, to prepare, to upload a new firmware. And so now my printer is running Marlin 1.16 with BLTouch support, and that was a hard time to get it set up. It was 1 month, no, it was about 1 month. Something I printed out after I get the BLTouch work with the black, and it takes about 20 tries, is the holder for the BLTouch. My first holder was just a bent piece of metal, but it works. That was the most important. What does the BLTouch do? it just measures the distance from the nozzle, or no, it measures the bed. So it goes to 9 points on the bed and measures the distance at this 9 points. And so even if one position, or if the bed is not leveled correctly, not perfectly leveled, the Z-axis motors on the left and the right side will, will work while printing and just level the bed. That is really impressive to see what going on there. And I think, even I'm new in 3D printing, autobed leveling, every printer should have it. And sometimes this happened, I need to remove. It's only 60 degrees, so don't worry. So, I'm not sure if it starts well when it starts to print. And I think this video already goes too long and everyone is tired from watching. But this is my first 3D printer video. Normally I make the electronic soldering stuff, but hey, it's okay. Okay, now you see it's going so slow. And here we see already, this is the first layer. I don't use support, I only use one time going around. It's more like cleaning the nozzle before the print starts. And yeah, now it there is a big plop. I don't want to remove it. But up here it works well. Can't hear the noise of the extruder when it is stacking until now. But often these outer lines are never a problem. The problem will come later. Maybe I should give... oh, my hand is getting a little bit tired. No, maybe I should play some music. No, really, don't worry, I won't start to sing. I only sing for my daughter. By the way, Sophia and my wife on the playground today with her Chinese friends, so I have some time. Oh, I remember I need to clean up. Yeah, again, something happened there. Yeah, this happens often with the black filament, so I try to remove this before not to disturb the printing too much. I know, I should not do this. It's already hard, should not try to remove it. I think the filament is still running. So now comes the part, and here often the printer stops. It's like, yeah, it just stopped. I hear the knocking, and a metal noise from the extruder. Oh, while I'm talking it happened, and after a while it comes back. I have no idea why this happened. So here again, and then I can press a little bit and it comes. And this is the biggest issue I have with the black filament. I already tried to set up the height of the nozzle, going down, going up, almost everything, and I have it so often that this happened. Maybe, I'm not sure if you can see. Yeah, here you can see. That is so weird, and I have no idea. Sometimes it works, and even when the first layer is good, I'm not sure if it's finished the print. Often something happened at next layer. This object is very easy, it's not very high, so this works. But if the object is bigger, often it breaks in the middle of the print. And here it also has again problems. Maybe you can see, no, I'm not sure if you can see it on the camera. I think it's too I think it's too dark. So try to bring you. Yeah, here you can see it maybe a little bit. It is not flat. It is more like ripples. No, I don't know how to say. So I have to abort this and to the printout later. Now I think I have to go and clean up, otherwise my wife will be not very happy when she comes home, and that is not a good idea. Never make your wife unhappy. So abort, yes. Okay, just stop soon. Yes, it stops. But I have to say, the cheap CTC i3 something I bought from eBay for 120, and now you got it for only 100. It's about 100 now at the eBay Germany. It's a good buy for the price. Okay, it's more expensive now because of the new print bed and the BLTouch, but still good, because BLTouch, I think not many printers that had autobed leveling out of the box, so this is something I recommend for every printer. And if you want to print in good quality, and by the way, the JANBEX filament was about 22 euro, and the black filament from this company, no, can't see, I have to show, from this company was also 22 euro. So maybe it has to do with this black, with the color of the filament. I'm not sure what happened if I use black filament from JANBEX, but at the moment I have to say the JANBEX filament is the best filament so far I can use with my cheap ass 3D printer. See you next time. Oh wait, short tour. It's not cleaned up yet. There are upcoming projects, and there's also upcoming things. Yeah, lab tour? No. Okay, bye bye. See you next time.